So when people make a closed aquatic ecosystem, they like to add pond snails to help with algae, but I've actually found that they prefer um, Periphyton. It's a mixture of bacteria and microbes and protozoa and very, very tiny things that like to that make a home on top of leaves and a thin layer on top of leaves, and especially also driftwood. Because driftwood itself is kind of a nutrient. If you think about it, it's kind of decomposing to some degree. And if you leave that in water with proper moisture and nutrients that a lake normally has, it will grow a proper kind of ratio of healthy bacteria and microbes like it would in a lake. But if your conditions are off or different, or if it's isolated, I tried that, just putting it in a pan in water, and it didn't work out very well. It got really smelly and kind of gross. But when I moved it to a more natural tank with plants and lake water, I got some non-smelly, healthy smelling, I should say, driftwood with very obvious layers of what I can only assume is kind of microbial activity to some degree or another. And when you're thinking about making an ecosystem and you're thinking about things to add to make the ecosystem more diverse and more robust and more complex, which for me usually equates to more stability over the long run, I strongly recommend culturing some periphyton on driftwood and adding that to your terrarium, your closed aquatic ecosystem, when you're ready to seal it up. Don't wait until you're sealing it up to throw it in there and then have it develop its own periphyton. It'll be more balanced and created for that specific ecosystem. However, there's going to be what's called a kind of lag time between when you put it in and when it's kind of up to speed with the system. And it's better to seal it when the system is kind of ready to go and up and running, not to have nutrient pools or any kind of compartmental pools that you have to wait for some significant lag time for certain pools of organic matter to build up, or CO2 to build up, or this or that. You want everything in place and ready to go right when you seal it. So if you're looking for an additional food source, which is a very good food source, try this driftwood. It's going to be very high in bacteria, protozoa, other various microbes that these snails really, really like. And they're also going to be food for various other things higher in the trophic levels, like zooplankton. I see a lot of them around here compared to out here. I don't see too many. Or on the floor where the plants are, I don't see too many. But over here, I see a lot of zooplankton, copepods, clam shrimp, and there's just one kind of mite, some kind of mite, I'm assuming, that lives on the driftwood, because I only see it on the driftwood, and it's very reclusive and it's hard to spot, and it tends to shy away from the camera almost. But yeah, when you're building an ecosystem, you want the robustness, you want the complexity, you want that diversity, and adding adding driftwood that's already been cultured with periphyton rich growth, bacterial growth on it, is going to be a benefit to your system stability over the long run. So that's what I do. I culture my own periphyton, and I include driftwood in all my jars. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.